Hi guys, I hope you're safe and I hope that you're well. In this video, I would like us to explore the importance of prioritising. Prioritising for some people it comes across as if it's super simple, it's easy to do, when actually for some of us, most of us, it's actually really hard. But the best thing about prioritising is that you can learn how to do it and you can always learn to do it better. We all have the same 24 hours in the day, each and every single one of us. It's just about the way you choose to use it. And in this video, I want us to explore not only what is prioritising and why it's so important, but there's also some steps, some hints, some tips for you to kind of implement, for you to become better at prioritising. Just before I get into the video though, I would just like us to reflect upon the year of 2021. I just want you, ideally, I'd love for you to go and grab a cuppa or go for a walk or just spend time on your own and kind of just reflect upon these questions. However, you might not necessarily do that, so we'll just do it briefly together. I would like you to take the opportunity to think about this past year. I'd like you to think of kind of what have been your highs throughout this last year. What have been your lows? Who are the incredible people that you've met this year that you didn't plan on meeting, but they're in your life and you're grateful for them? And how do you feel about going into a new year, new start, new term? How do you feel about that new opportunity coming up? Because it's only when you take the opportunity to kind of think about where you're at, does it give you that space, that headspace to not only think about where you're at, but where you want to go. And like I said, with a new year, I love it because new term, new year, new start. And if you're not on track, that's okay. We're still in a pandemic, by the way. It's not gone anywhere. So it's just about you kind of making sure that you're in line with who you want to be and those values about who you are as a person. And then that will allow you to just get back on track. So yeah, just some time to reflect upon the year and to look forward to 2022. So prioritising is having the ability to rank something as important. The thing is though, in today's kind of busy life is that you might wake up with the best intention of having either a study day or getting in from school or from work or uni and having a power hour where you get all your jobs and your chores done as quick as you can, against the clock, against the hour. The thing is though, even though you may have those intentions, we don't always plan on other people that might come into our life that particular time or day where they might want us, need us. The thing is though, and I love that quality that, you're prepared to give up yourself to help them. But you do also need to prioritise you. So not only is this video about the importance of you learning to become organised and prioritise, but you do also need to prioritise yourself. I'm going to put a video around about now. Gives me some time to do it properly. And that video is about self-care and self-love. So make sure, maybe you might need to just revisit that, just to make sure that you are looking after yourself and making sure that you're okay first. There are going to be moments where you have the best intentions to get on with your chores or your homework, and in your mind there are going to be these really important tasks that need to be done. It might be, I need to make sure that my desk is really nice and tidy. It might be, I'm hungry, I need to make some food. It might be, I need to just check in on that friend. The thing is with that's called procrastination. It's where you're trying to trick yourself into thinking that there's more important things that need to be done. And yes, they may be important at that time. Actually, what you're doing is you're just trying to avoid what needs to be done. So what we need to do is we need to just stop and have a reality check. And I really want you to build on having that ability to recognise when you are procrastinating. It is so tricky to catch ourselves out. But the only question that I'd ask yourself when you are about to quickly go and do this or quickly make sure your desk is tidy, or quickly make sure that friend's okay, is just ask yourself, does that need to be done now? Or can I do that later? Because the chances are you can most probably always do it later. So just become aware of that procrastination, because that can get in the way and get it tricky. So for some steps and tips to kind of move forward with that, my first one is I'd really like you to be able to kind of just stop and think about what is it that you want to achieve. Because if you want to see in the new year and have this ability to do this, being more organised, I need you to be prepared. I need you to plan for it. It's just making sure that you know what it is that you want to achieve. It's kind of just goal setting, I suppose. It's allowing yourself to build up in your mind that this isn't just for a couple of weeks. This isn't just for January. This is something that we're going to kind of keep going at. We're going to build our strength and our resilience at doing. So my first one is I want you to make sure that you can kind of have that space to think about what you want to achieve and get prepared. My second step is about the importance of you creating a master to-do list. So this is like the ultimate list. Now, when you're doing this ultimate list, we're not freaking out. We're not, oh my gosh, this is so much, I don't know where to start. This is in a really calm mood, okay? We're taking the opportunity to get ahead of ourselves. We're allowing ourselves, maybe for the first time in quite a while, to actually stop and think, what is it that needs to be done? Now, for some people, you might love lists, and that's great. For some other people, it might be so overwhelming. And if it is, I get that, that's okay. But this master list is just giving you the opportunity to actually have this reality check of what needs to be done. So with your to-do list, I would like you, with your 2 highlighters, to go through your list. I would like one highlighter to be about kind of highlighting those tasks, those chores, those points on the list that are urgent, that need your attention right now, that is of high importance, and actually that there's consequences. And if it's not done, so there's a deadline with it as well. The other one, I would like you to kind of highlight those that are important. So there might not necessarily be any deadline, but it's kind of what's important, it's what's helpful, it's what needs to be done. The only thing is, with those ones that are kind of important but don't have the urgency, don't have that deadline, is sometimes they're the ones that we keep putting off. So for example, revision is a really, really good one because we have the urgency of our homework. The urgency of our homework that needs to be completed, which means that takes our focus compared to our intention of actually wanting to revise. So it's just kind of identifying the difference between the two. So the kind of the list that has got those highlighted for urgency and the others that might be highlighted of importance. And that will just allow you to kind of shuffle it into your mind of what needs to be done with that time frame as well. My third step is about the importance of scheduling into your diary, daily or weekly, actually scheduling into your diary, into your calendar, and even if that's kind of your electronic version on your phone, I want you to have set time to do those tasks. So I want you to have the opportunity where, every Sunday, late morning, or it might be every Tuesday evening or whatever, you guys know your week, of where it is time set aside to do those tasks. Because what it is you can't just imagine having a to-do list and not giving yourself the time to do it. Yes, you might miss opportunities where your mates might be going out, but actually what I need you to do is I just need you to always imagine, and this would be my fourth step, imagine how good it will feel once you've completed that task, or once you've completed that homework, or you've submitted that essay. Because sometimes just using your imagination of allowing yourself to feel a sense of feeling lighter can be such a kind of a motivator to help you keep going. I think this is my fifth step. I shouldn't have done steps, and I certainly should not have numbered them. However, with my next step, it's about grabbing post-it notes. Now, the beauty with having post-it notes is that you can give yourself reminders. When you have set out your best intentions of having kind of completing an essay or starting with some homework or some chores that need to be done, is that you can get distracted. And the beauty about having post-it notes is you need to kind of make visual kind of reminders for you to stay on track. So you might even actually put one on the fridge if you're bored and you're just going to go to the fridge. Ask yourself, are you really that hungry? If you're going to go on your phone, again, put one by your phone. Do these notes to yourself in places, and go and put them in places that can kind of encourage you and motivate you to get back on track. My next step is about the importance of deadlines. If you have got some of those tasks on your to-do list that haven't necessarily got any deadline, then actually it's maybe having to set yourself some deadlines. Because if you're waiting for the right time to come up, that might not necessarily happen. So what you might want to do, just in your mind or even just jotting it down, just make sure that there's some sort of deadline, even if it's a month, that at least you know when it needs to be done by. And one of my favourite ones is about giving yourself a treat. So with that, it's actually working hard to get the treat. So it's not, I'm just going to watch TV and then I'll do some work. It's the other way around. You've got to work for your reward. So whether that is kind of maybe seeing your friends after, maybe if it's having, I love a hot chocolate, you guys know that. Having a hot chocolate once I've done all my work, it might be some extra time on gaming, whatever it might be, but it's about setting yourself up with those rewards just to kind of motivate you and to keep you on track. And my final step is actually when it comes to having those, whether it's in your mind or whether it's on your list, and whether that list is electronic or kind of a paper copy, always do what you don't want to do first. Okay, so when you look at that list, whether that's in your mind, on your phone, it might even be kind of on paper. When you do that, always try and start with the one that you don't want to do the most. Because often what happens is we start off with those little tasks that are easy because they motivate us and they keep us going. But actually, if we're waiting to get through that list to do that horrible one that we've been putting off, actually what's going to happen is we're going to only be even more tired and kind of cave into, I'll do that tomorrow. So always get what you don't want to do first and get it done. And I always work by, I think it's a quote from Will Smith, I'll have to check it out, but it's always be ready and you'll never have to get ready. Now let me explain to you why I love that so much. In life, you are always going to have things that you need to do. Okay, it's a fact of life, and that's why I really want you to master how to do this prioritising as a young person rather than when you're an adult, because it just gets harder. Because actually, like Will Smith says in his quote, if you can always be in the position, where you can always be ready, then that means that you'll never have to panic and have to kind of get yourself ready. So for example, when that work comes in from uni or college or sixth form or school, when it comes in, do it within those first couple of days, Always get it done. Because then, as Will Smith says, always be ready and you'll never have to get ready. So then it just stops you kind of, what needs to be done? And let's face it, we've all been there with those deadlines where we feel just sometimes horrid on the inside, or we dread it, or we just don't want to face the day. So yes, there's some steps for you. I just want you to remind yourself that this is a skill that you need to kind of really work on. And if you can do this as a young person, oh my days, your future self is going to thank you for it. We all have the same 24 hours, each and every one of us. It's just about the way you're going to use it. And it's about that time management. It's about you making sure that you prioritise that list, and whether that's in your mind, whether that's on your phone, like a digital version, or whether it's actually a paper version. It's just about you realising that it's you doing as much as you can when you can. It's about making sure that you're looking after yourself. But I promise you, if you can learn to master this now and get better at it over the years, your future self will absolutely love you, even more so anyway. So yes, there's just some tips there for you. Now listen, I just want to say a very, very big thank you for all your support during 2021. It's been an incredible year. I'm so grateful to so many different people, family, friends, Taryn, who does the editing of these videos, you guys for watching them. I will carry on creating these videos because I really do think that giving you guys the tools and getting people to collaborate with, which is just brilliant, just helping you to help your future self is just, well, I don't know, I absolutely love it. So whatever you're doing this new year, make sure that you stay safe and let's go for it in 2022. Let's really work on you being an even better version than you already are. Take care and stay being awesome. See you later, everybody. Bye.